you are. Gingerbread pieces with gingerbread stars. Ah, Georgie always saved his stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an ounce of conversation.
I'm out of conversation, and right out of words, too. You see, I've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today. Oh, but let me see what we have left. Oh, none of that, none of... Oh! I do have some letters, and a little bit of back chat. An ounce, you say? Well, that'll be 15 letters. Go on, take your pick.
Jane, you can choose 7.
Well, I've got to D, G, R, U, C, L, and I.
They're no good. You can't make conversations out of them.
Your turn, Michael. 7 more.
A, F, S, E, T, O, and P.
And I'll choose an X. Thank you. Now, what words can we make?
Well, I see dog and cut.
Routoplex. Oh, that's 9.
Labyrinthiferous. That's 11. Nearly there.
Those don't count, you made them up.
And where do you think words came from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, you can always use the same letter more than once. Now, let me see. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's not a word.
Of course it's a word. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's going to prove a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
But it doesn't mean anything.
It can mean exactly what you want it to. When Stone Age men were chatting, simply grunting would suffice.
Now if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice.
I'm sure Egyptian pharaohs would have graphed it in a jiff. Then every single pyramid would bear this hieroglyph. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Say it and wild animals would not seem so ferocious.
Add some further flourishes, it's so rocapropocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
The Druids could have carved it on their mighty monoliths.
The ancient Greeks, I'm certain, would have used it in their myths.
I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because those Latin scholars never had a word like this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it softly, the effect could be hypnosis.
Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, you can say it backwards, which is Suolidilii Pisecatasilicophilicrepus.
She may be tricky, but she's bloody good.
So when the cat has got your tongue, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say.
Pick up those 18 consonants, add 16 vowels as well. Then put them in order what is very hard to spell.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. RAGIL ISTICEXPIALIDOCIOUS. Expialid.
O-C-I-O-U-S.
Smarty pants.
Supercalif. Ragalisticexpialidocious. O-C-I-O-U-S. Here we go! Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, we'll always have the curse.
Winds may blow, but who's to know exactly what they're bringing? Good news or bad, happy or sad, the pendulum keeps swinging.
Right. Put the steps there and stand back. You are not to come near that Boz. No one else. But me neither. That is an heirloom.
Heirloom?
While I do this, stay totally immobile.
Immobile?
Do not move a muscle.
Muscle?
Do not breathe. Do you hear me?
I might as well be dead!
Don't give me ideas. Come on.
Game is played, change is made, but still the road is long. And though they might yet fly a kite, sometimes the wind's too strong.
George! What's happened? Are you ill?
No. Should I be?
Of course not. Only why on earth are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No! Everything's all wrong!
My dear, what is it?
Well, if you must know, I refused some German chap a loan. It seems he went to our chief rivals. They gave him the money, and now it's turned into a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Can't they? That's exactly what they expect.
Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it
That's
loud,
more than loud enough! Go to your room!
But we were just...
I don't care what you adjust! Upstairs! Now! Where's my briefcase? I put it... Michael? Jane? Will you give it to me? Must I put up with this behavior? You're the mother. Why can't you do something?
Well, I can try, not shouting for a start.
Mary Poppins, you are here to teach the children manners. And just look at them. They're half little savages. If I had my way, you'd be out of this house by now.
George! You're tired.
Mary Poppins, don't bring the children down tonight. Mr. Banks is quite exhausted. Perhaps you could keep them occupied.
I hope you haven't forgotten, Mum. Tonight's my evening out.
What? Oh dear, I had forgotten. I suppose the best people wouldn't ask you to change your plans.
No, Mum, they wouldn't.
I thought not.
That's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and we're shut up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten and I hate him.
Jane, you take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father.
Why not? He criticizes you. Last week he said you neither use nor ornaments.
How dare you?
I heard him say it, and so did you.
Sometimes people say things they don't mean. Take the children upstairs, please, Mary Poppins. George,
What is it now?
I thought you might like to talk about it.
What would be the point?
Perhaps I can help.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious, George. If you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Don't worry. You will. The fact is, I've been suspended without salary until they decide what to do with me.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, next moment frowns. But bad-tempered faces had better change quick. 'Cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chim I need chim chim, cheree chim cher-ee.
You're going out and we get left on our own.
You've plenty of toys to play with.
I don't want to. They're boring.
They might say the same about you.
Why does Daddy get so cross?
Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not yell at them all the time.
Maybe, but have you asked yourself who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down. For a while, anyway.
Well, I don't want to live in an upside down family. I wish I could run away.
Why don't you? Somebody might adopt you.
But you'd miss me.
No, I wouldn't. I could have your toys.
No, you could not.
Yes, I could. And I jolly well would.
Give that to me. Now look what you've done.
That's no way to treat Valentine. What's he ever done to you?
He's a doll, silly. He couldn't do anything.
That's all, you two. Now, into bed, at once.
But we haven't had our milk yet.
There'll be no buts. And no milk either. If you can't be good, you may as well be sorry.
I wish you'd just leave us alone.
Be careful of the things you wish for. Poor Valentine. Go and make yourself presentable.
Well, I don't go to sleep, and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things,
Your information.
is faulty. Is that you, Bert?
Up where the smoke is all billowed and curled. Between pavement and stars is a chimney sweep's world, where there's hardly no day, nor hardly no night. There's things off in shadows and halfways in light. On the rooftops of London. Phew, what a sight!
Oh, so you are a sweep now, are you?
Best view in the world, eh? And who gets to see it? The birds, the stars, and the chimney sweeps. Nothing to beat it, eh? Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think a sweep's on the bottommost rung. Though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke, in this wide world there's no happier bloke. Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim cheree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim cheree.
Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss,
Bert,
and that's lucky too. Oh, so you're going then?
the wind has changed.
But they're good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? But I can't help them if they won't let me, and there's no one so hard to teach as the child who knows everything.
So?
So they've got to do the next bit on their own.
Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim cheree.
When you're with the sweep, you're in glad company. Goodbye, Bert.
Chim, chim, chim chim cheree. When you're with a sweep, you're in glad company. Now where is there a more happier crew than them's what sings chim chim cheree, chim cheroo. Chim chimani, chim chim cheree, chim cha.
Bert, keep an eye on that Tommy.
She can't have left us.
Oh, yes, she can.
What does the note say? What in the name of heaven are you two doing up at this hour? Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone. Well, if that doesn't take the blooming biscuit.
Mrs. Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Why?
Because that's what she's written in this note. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
It's French, I know that. Say God bless you. Say good luck. Nope, I remember now. It's till we meet again. Now get back to bed before you catch your death.